anybody seen Gaby? You seen Gaby? You see you, come on, he's a tall-looking fella, curly hair-ish. Kind of good-looking, I would say. You seen Gaby? 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 Joe, have you seen Gaby?
He's over there somewhere.
Over there. No, you're not Gaby. Gaby! Gaby! What are you doing over there? We've only got 24 hours in New York, come on!
That's today?
That's today, Gaby, come on up!
Just watch the first.
Gaby, here, now. Come on, Gaby. We've only got 24 hours, we can't waste this!
Sorry.
You right?
What's going on in here? Everyone's so tense. You'd think it was their first time in New York.
It is.
New York, New York, New York, it's a hell of a town.
We've got one day here and not another minute to see the famous lights.
We'll find the romance and danger waiting in it beneath the Broadway lights. But we've hair on our chests, so are we like the best of the nights.
Lights, New York, New York, a hell of a town. The Bronx is up, but the battery's down. The people ride in a hole in the ground. New York, New York, it's a hell of a town. New York, New York.
It's such a beautiful city.
It's quite cold though.
The famous places to visit are so many, or so the guidebook says.
I promised Daddy I wouldn't miss on any, and we have just one day.
Gotta see the whole town right from Yonkers on down to the Bay. In just one day, New York, New York, a visitor's place where no one lives on account of the pace, and 7 million are screaming for space. New York, New York, it's a visitor's place.
Hey Tom, hey Andy, fellas, how are the New York dames?
Wonderful. I don't remember a thing.
Awful. I remember everything. Don't touch me.
Manhattan women are dressed in silk and satin, or so the fellas say.
There's just one thing that's important in Manhattan. When you have just one day, gotta pick up a date.
Maybe 7 or 8 on your way.
In just one day, New York, New York, New York, hell of a town. The Bronx is up, but the battery's down.
People ride in a hole in the ground.
New York, New York, New York, it's a hell of a town.
Hello. Hello. This is Sounds of New York. This is our show. Woo! Thank you all so much for coming. It's really lovely to see so many friendly faces here in this gorgeous space, the Phoenix Arts Club. We're all very lucky to be here. Maybe too lucky. You've probably seen the likes of Jake Gyllenhaal, Ramin Karim, Lou Hadley Fraser on the walls have all been here. We're speaking to Peter Dunbar, who's the events manager. Apparently they've had Tim Minch in here. So yeah, I think the fact that we're here really shows just how desperate live events are post-COVID. I'm Lenny, by the way.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Sam.
And over there is the marvellous Joe Diggle, who's our accompanist, musical director, anything you want him to be. But yeah, no, it's just really nice to be back doing what we like to do, which is live events, and obviously that's not complete without you guys. So thank you very much.
Yeah, just another big thank you from me for coming out today. It has been quite a long time since we've all performed together. We're working it out probably about 2 to 2.5 years. We all met at the University of Birmingham. There's some audience members as well who were there with us. And we had a great time studying and performing there together, so we just wanted to join forces again and take you to the Big Apple this afternoon.
Also, just want to say that some of you may realise that there should have been 4 of us up here today, and there are only 3. Unfortunately, Zoe, who was meant to be up here with us as well, has been feeling unwell over the last week. So we made the decision that we do it without her, but she's making a good recovery, and we wish her all the best, and she's here with us in spirit.
I mean, we nearly didn't do it, did we? Because we kept postponing rehearsals because I was ill, then Zoe was ill, then Amber was ill. In fact, the only person who wasn't ill was Sam. So can we give Sam a round of applause for his immune system? So it's a Phoenix Arts Club Best Award for Immune System. You've got it, buddy. Well done. Well done. Thank you.
Right, over to you, Lenny.
Nice one. So, yes, you may have seen this is a New York themed showcase. We like a bit of New York in musical theatre, don't we? So each selection today has kind of been picked with a certain thought or an idea associated with New York. And this first song that I'm going to do for you kind of delves into the not so nice natures of what it's like to try and be an artist in New York. It's a song called If I Didn't Believe in You. It's from a fantastic musical called The Last 5 Years, which I've just had the pleasure of being an understudy in over at the Garrick last month. There's Jamie, thank you. There's Jamie and then there's Kathy, and at this point in the show they've been married for about 4 years now. Jamie's a very successful writer, and Kathy's career hasn't really taken off yet. She's a struggling actress who's finding it hard to make ends meet, to a point where she's kind of began to resent Jamie and is going through a really kind of low confidence moment. So this scene takes place where Jamie's off to a fancy writing party with all of his fancy writing friends, and he wants Kathy to come, who just wants him to stay at home and comfort her. So in trying to get a response out of Kathy and trying to just boost her confidence, he sings this to her. There are people, and they are publishing my book, and there's a party that they are throwing. And while you've made it very clear that you're not going, I will be going, and that's done. But what's this really about? Is it really about a party? Kathy, can we please for a minute stop blaming and say what you feel? Is it just that you're disappointed to be touring again for the summer? Did you think this would all be much easier than it's turned out to be? Well then talk to me, Kathy. Talk to me. If I didn't believe in you, never have gotten this far. If I didn't believe in you and all of the 10,000 women you are, if I didn't think you could do anything you ever wanted to, if I wasn't certain that you'd come through somehow. The fact of the matter is, Kathy, I wouldn't be standing here now. If I didn't believe in you, we wouldn't be having this fight. And if I didn't believe in you, I'd walk out the door and say, Kathy, you know what, you're right. But I never could let that go. Knowing the things about you I know, things when I met you 4 years ago, I knew. It never took much convincing to make me believe in you. Get to be happy, Kathy. At some point down the line, don't we get to relax without some new Taurus to push me yet further from you? And if I'm cheering on your side, Kathy, why can't you support mine? Why do I have to feel like I've committed some felony, doing what I always swore I would do? I don't want you to hurt. I don't want you to sink. But you know what I think? I think you'll be fine. listen to me. No one can give you courage. No one can thicken your skin. And I will not fail, so you can be comfortable, Kathy. I will not lose because you can't win. If I didn't believe in you, then here's where the travelogue ends. If I didn't believe in you, I couldn't have stood before all of our friends and said, this is the life I choose. This is the thing I can't bear to lose. Trip us or trap us, but we refuse to fall. That's what I thought we agreed on. Kathy, if I hadn't believed in you, I wouldn't have loved you at all.
There, Lenny, it's okay. Don't worry, I'm sure she'll come around. You won't break up at all or anything like that. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Right now, you're down and out. I'm feeling really crappy.
Well, I'll say...
And when I see how sad you are, it sort of makes me happy.
Happy?
Sorry, Nicky, human nature. There's nothing I can do that's schadenfreude, making me feel glad that I'm not you.
Well, that is not very nice, Gary.
Well, I never said it was nice, but everyone does it. You ever clap when a waitress falls and drops a tray of glasses?
Yeah.
And ain't it fun to watch figure skaters falling on their asses?
Sure.
Don't you feel all warm and cozy watching people out in the rain? That's schadenfreude. People taking pleasure in your pain.
Right, schadenfreude. What is that, some kind of Nazi word?
Well, it's German for happiness and the misfortune of others.
Happiness at the misfortune of others? Well, that is German. Watching a vegetarian being told she just ate chicken.
Good one. Or watching a frat boy realize just what he put his dick in.
Being on an elevator when somebody shouts, hold the door!
No! Schadenfreude! Fuck you, lady, that's what stairs are for.
How about straight-A students getting B's?
Exes getting STDs.
Waking dormant from their naps?
Watching tourists reading maps.
Football players getting tackled?
CEOs getting shackled.
Watching actors never reach the ending of their Oscar speech? Schadenfreude! 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 Schadenfreude!
The world needs people like you and me who've been knocked around by fate. 'Cause when people see us, they don't want to be us, and that makes them feel great.
We provide a vital service to
was Schadenfreude, if you didn't get that from the song, from Avenue Q, the hit musical comedy. Avenue Q is actually a fictional street in the outer suburbs of New York. So that musical sort of looks at the more light-hearted view of NYC. It's a bit of a change of pace, I know, from Lenny's wonderful rendition of If I Didn't Believe in You from the last 5 years. Before I move on, I did just want to take a moment to emphasise how proud we are of Lenny being the first of sort of our year group to make his West End debut.
They definitely didn't tell me they were doing it. How dare you?
I couldn't make it to the show because I actually went down with COVID a couple of weeks ago, so that was one of the many bumps in the road that stopped our rehearsal process. But I've heard that he was sensational, so we're very proud of you, Lenny.
Bless you, thank you.
Talking about the dreaded coronavirus, didn't want to mention it, but I just wanted to take a minute to chat to you all about how this afternoon sort of came to be. You'll all probably know that the theatre and live entertainment industry just came to a complete standstill because of the pandemic. Theatres were probably one of the first things to close down and then one of the last things to fully reopen again. So in a nutshell, it was just a bit of a nightmare for everyone involved and for us as 3 new graduates trying to enter an industry which didn't really exist at the time that we were trying was quite difficult and sometimes could be quite hard to stay motivated in all the lockdowns. But we carried on working, we carried on practicing and doing bits and bobs that we could from home. I took part in a live-streamed online cabaret, which some of you might have watched from your dinner tables. That was really fun, but as soon as I finished that, I just thought how nice it would be if we could do a similar sort of show. Nice and relaxed, lots of good show tunes and friends and family, but with a real human audience, because performing to your laptop webcam, as a lot of the actors in the room will know, is not the most, it's quite unsettling sometimes. So to perform to a live audience is really lovely. And the New York theme that's running through the show today, it's actually inspired by the last trip I took before the pandemic. In February 2020, I went to New York. I'm very lucky. And I was actually working as a nanny at the time, one of my many side hustles. So the lady that I was nannying for is actually the assistant choreographer on Company, working on Broadway. So I had an amazing 2 weeks out there. I was in the city going sightseeing, and also I got to go into the rehearsal room for Company, which was amazing. And I even got to meet Stephen Sondheim in the flesh. I couldn't talk for a while after that. So that's the inspo behind our finale number, and I just wanted to pay homage to that trip in this cabaret because it kind of kept me inspired throughout the lockdowns and the pandemic, and remembering why I'm working on this career that I've always wanted to pursue since I was about this big. So anyway, enough of me blabbing. Next up we have Sam singing What Is It About Her from The Wild Party. Now the Wild Party is set in 1920s New York. It explores the more lavish side of the city that never sleeps, and this song in particular is all about lust, desire, jealousy, and I'll hand it over to you, Sam.
What is it about her that makes me want her? What is it about her that turns me big? Something in her smile, something that I'll never understand. Her wild abandon, what is it about her that parts the water? What is it about her that hoists the sail? Something in her hair, instructing where to touch. Why do I need her so much? This woman makes me burn, this woman makes me cry, this woman's eye can cut me to the core. The hatred that I see has so fine. She's forever mine. This woman builds me up, this woman tears me down, this woman speaks and I can break apart. Now comes another man, pretending he can win her heart. Well, let him start. What is it about her? So slight, so secret. Something in the way she catches light. Should I hold my own or be alone tonight? What is it about her that jumbles feelings inside? What is it about her that mixes passion with pride? Should I live without her and let her go? How loud must I scream? No!
Guys,
What?
move forward.
Why?
Quick, we rehearse this.
Just do what she says.
One, two, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can cook too, on top of the rest. My seafood's the best in the town. Yes, I can cook too. My fish can't be beat. My sugar's the sweetest around. I'm a man's ideal of a perfect meal, right down to the demi-tasse. I'm a pot of joy for a hungry boy, baby. I'm cooking with gas, 'cause I'm a gumdrop, a sweet lollipop, a brook trout right out of the brook. And what's more, baby, I can cook. Some girls make magazine covers. Some girls keep house on a dime. Some girls make wonderful lovers. Oh, what a lucky find I'm. I'd make a magazine cover. I do keep house on a dime. I'd make a wonderful lover. I should be paid overtime, 'cause I can bake too. On top of the lot, my oven's the hottest you'll find. Yes, I can roast too. My chickens just ooze. My gravy will lose you your mind. I'm a brand new note on a table toad, but just try me a la carte. With a single course, you could choke a horse, baby. You won't know where to start, 'cause I'm an hors d'oeuvre, a jelly preserve, not in the recipe book. And what's more, baby, I can cook.
agree that was a fantastic rendition of I Can Cook Too by Amber. Can we also give Joe a round of applause on the keys? Thank you. I also hope you enjoyed Lenny's and my acting there. It's completely off the cuff, no rehearsals at all. You only get that kind of stuff with professional actors, ladies and gentlemen, so you're welcome. I Can Cook Too is from the musical On the Town, which our opening number tonight, New York, New York, is also from. It's the opening number of that musical too. On the Town follows a story of 3 sailors as they're given 24 hours leave from their warship, and they get these 24 hours in New York City. That's what that whole thing at the start was, if you didn't quite get that. The song I Can Cook Too is sung by a lady who one of the sailors is trying to court, let's say, over these 24 hours. Her name is Hildy, and she's trying to seduce Chip, one of the sailors. And the song's basically her just bragging about how brilliant she is compared to all these other women, and she can also cook, so, the whole package. On the Town was composed by Leonard Bernstein, or Bernstein, however you want to say it, potato, potato. As we all know, he's one of the greatest composers of musical theatre, and he composed West Side Story, which, if you're lucky, you may hear a bit from later on, because how can you really do a New York showcase without including a bit of West Side Story? Leonard Bernstein is actually quite close to all of our hearts, because while we were at uni, Amber, Lenny, myself, Zoe as well, and some of the people in the audience were lucky enough to perform at the Birmingham Symphony Hall under the baton of John Wilson, and we did a concert of the best of Bernstein. And it was really, we sang bits from West Side Story, On the Town, and it was really the first thing that we all did together as a group. We had done things together, like Lenny and Amber did music together at uni. I'd done a show with Amber and a show with Lenny, so we'd done bits and bobs together, but this was the first thing that really we all did together as a group. So it's almost poetic, you could say, that we started singing Bernstein together, and we started our show tonight singing Bernstein. But anyway, I've talked for too long now. And we should move on to our next number, which is Something to Believe In from the musical Newsies, which was composed by Alan Menken. Alan Menken, well known for his work with Disney, composing things like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Little Mermaid. So even if you don't know his name, you definitely will know his work. This musical Newsies is based on the 1899 strike by the newsboys in New York. And at this point in the musical, it comes in the second act. Everybody's feeling a bit down on their luck, strike's not going well, relationships aren't going too well, everyone feels a bit hard done by, but then these two characters meet, they share a moment, and they realise that they do indeed have something to believe in. Hand you over now to Lenny and Amber.
Till the moment I found you, I thought I knew what love was. Now I'm learning what is true, that love will do what it does. The world finds ways to sting you, and then one day decides to bring you something to believe in, for even a night. One night may be forever, but that's alright, that's alright. And if you're gone tomorrow, what was ours still will be. I have something to believe in, now that I know you believed in me.
We was never meant to meet, and then we meet. Who knows why? One more stranger on the street, just someone sweet passing by. An angel come to save me, who didn't even know she gave me something to believe in, for even a day. One day, maybe forever, but that's okay, that's okay. And if I'm gone tomorrow, what was ours still will be. I have something to believe in, now that I know you believed in me. No, but I am pretty scared of you.
Don't be.
And if I'm gone tomorrow,
What was ours still will be.
I have something to believe in. Now that I know you believed in me. Oh, I have something to believe in. Now that I know you believed in me. Oh, the places I would like to show you, although I hardly know you. I've a funny feeling we'd make a perfect pair. Famous sights I wanna see you seeing, and nights of you and meing. Me, you, we. Wait a minute, just a minute. No, 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 no. I'm a Joe with just one name. Every night I date a different dame. Call each one of them the same pet name. Hey, baby. In a row I have my ducks. Loads of gals who give me loads of yucks. Leave the cool into the other clucks. I don't mean maybe. Got it good. What do I need with love? Always practice what I preach. Keep temptation out of easy reach. Stick to dolls who wash their hair in bleach. I'm happy. Come and go the way I choose. Never gonna sing the tie-down blues. Other guys would kill to fill my shoes. No wing clipped, sappy. Got it good. What do I need with love? That was a near miss. Talk about a close shave. Flirted with disaster. There must be someone up there watching over me. Talk about a four-leaf clover me. Beat a rabbit's missing footsie means I roll without a tootsie. Got it good. What do I need with love? I got it good. What do I need with love? Skip the vows and all that rot. Tell the minister that I do not. Bright and breezy is the birds and bees, is the free and easy is the life I got. Without her. Although I hardly know you, what do I need with love? I got it good. Got it good. But now I got it bad. Phenomenal, guys. Let's hear it one more time for Sam Lukowski. Woo! And once more for our wonderful pianist, Joe Diggle. How you doing, Joe? You okay? Good to hear you there. Yes, so some of you in this room might be aware, some of you in this room might not be aware, that our very own Sam and Amber are actually somewhat of an item. I know. So I'd just like to clarify, old buddy, old pal, old friend, that, you know, that the Newsies, it was just in character. I'm not trying to use this as a platform to do anything on the sly or anything.
It's fine, just no more funny business.
Yeah. You cool? Yeah, we cool. I love you, don't have me whacked. Cheers. Yeah, I mean, I remember walking home from a choir rehearsal with Sam, and then Amber joined us, and I was like, these guys are flirting, and then look at that, 3 years later, I'm third wheeling them on stage. It's great. But yeah, I mean, as they've hinted, we had so many performance opportunities at uni. We had choir, we had the fantastic musical theatre society, which Joe Diggle over there in our third year, I think, was the musical director of a fantastic musical called Rent, which is set in New York. You can probably see where I'm going with this. And similar to the last 5 years, Rent kind of centres around the story of two young artists struggling to kind of be successful in their respective careers in New York. There's Roger, who's a songwriter, and then there's Mark, who's a filmmaker, kind of like a 1990s YouTuber, if you will. It's not going too well for Roger. I mean, he's HIV positive, and his girlfriend is dying of a drug addiction, so he does what any sane person would do in that situation, which is flee to New Mexico. And Mark is just working a job he hates in New York, just struggling to make ends meet. So this is a song that they sing when they're both kind of in their own worlds, kind of lamenting the troubles of their past, and in doing so sort of reach a kind of an artistic epiphany, and they suddenly realise what it is that they've got to do next, both for Mark and his career, and for Roger with his songwriting. So this is What You Own from Rent, and Sam, you're singing first, so get up. Thank you, Lenny.
Too deep, don't think all day, dive into work, drive the other way, that drip of hurt, that pint of shame, goes away, just play the game. You're living in America at the end of the millennium. You're living in America, leave your conscience at the tone. And when you're living in America at the end of the millennium, you're what you own. The filmmaker cannot see, and the songwriter cannot hear. Yet I see me everywhere. Angels' voices in my ear. Just tighten those shoulders. Just clench your jaw till you frown. Just don't let go, or you may drown. You're living in America at the end of the millennium. You're living in America, where it's like the Twilight Zone. And when you're living in America at the end of the millennium, you're what you own. So I own not a notion, I escape and ape content. I don't own emotion, I rent. What was it about? What was that night? Connection in an isolating age. For once the shadows gave way to light. For once I didn't disengage. Angel, I hear you, I hear it, I see you, I see it in my film, I hear it in my song. Alexi, Marson, call me a hypocrite, I need to finish my own film. I quit dying in America at the end of the millennium. You're dying in America to come into our own. And when you're dying in America at the end of the millennium, you're not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
special people. They're the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you were half, now you're whole. No more hunger or thirst, but first be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. We're children needing other children, and yet letting our grown-up pride hide all the need inside, acting more like children than children. Lovers are very special people. They're the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you were half, now you're whole. No more hunger or thirst, but first be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world.
I'm going to take my jacket off for this one, so if you just bear with me for 2 seconds. Sleeves. Right, let's do it. Could be, who knows? There's something due any day. I will know right away, soon as it shows. They make them cannonball it down to the sky, gleaming inside, bright as a rose. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block on a beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can't wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shock, phone will jingle, door will knock, open the latch. Something's coming, don't know when, but it's soon. Catch the moon, one hand to catch. Around the corner, or whistling down the river. Come on, deliver it to me. Will it be? Yes, it will. Maybe just by holding still. So yeah, Sam teased us a little bit earlier with the idea that we might be doing more Bernstein. There it was, the brilliant Something's Coming from West Side Story, which some of you may know that Stephen Sondheim was the guy who actually did the lyrics for that at just age 24, 25. Incredible. But yes, it's been quite a whirlwind these past few songs. We've had loads of ideas associated with New York, some of them happy, some of them hopeful, some of them a bit ugly and truthful. But the point is, it's a city that never sleeps. It keeps going, and it's alive. So we thought that it would be very apt to end with a song from a Broadway legend of a musical, Being Alive, from Sondheim's Company.
So just a final thank you from me for coming out today. I hope you've had a wonderful afternoon, and this is our final song. So just hand over to Sam to say a few words about it.
Yes, as the others we've just mentioned, this is our final song, Being Alive. It is an arrangement that Zoe actually did for us. Obviously she can't be here tonight, but we're still going to sing it. So she's here with us in spirit. So this is Being Alive from Sondheim's Company. Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive. Being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me off shores and put me through hell. Give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used. Vary my days. But alone. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Vary my days. Being alive. Somebody calls me to let me come through. I'll always be there to help us survive. Being alive. Being alive. Being alive. Manhattan women are dressed in silk and satin, or so the fellas say. There's just one thing that's important in Manhattan. When you have just one day, gotta pick up a date.
Maybe 7
Or 8
on your way.
in just one day. New York, New York, hell of a town. The Bronx is, the batteries down. The people riding around in the ground. New York, New York, New York. It's a hell of a town.
Come on, Joe. Here we go. Thank you.
Look at his socks, everybody.
The socks are amazing.
Thank you,
Thank you so
everybody.
much, everyone. The bar's going to be open
Bar is
for
open.
a hell of a long time. So
Stick around.
thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Pouring over, check.